Night Live. I hope you all are having a great week. I am looking forward to hanging out with you tonight and making a fun layout using the envelope and bow maker and this fun border punch. And I'm using the Totally Tonal Island Waters, which one of my favorites because I love the teals in this collection. It's really nice. So we are going to get started. Few things that I wanted to first talk about is all of the things that I have coming up. And let me just get that ready here. So I have our next Scrappy Thursday. Our next Scrappy Thursday, it is August. So the Scrappy Thursday is August the 10th, and that was with Elisa, and she will be announcing the August challenge. So be sure and watch for that on our Let's Get Scrappy with It Facebook group. And that is August the 10th at 7 p.m. She will be making a 2-page layout, and she will announce what the challenges for the month. So you can make that 2-page layout and then put it out on our Facebook group and give it the hashtag Scrappy Thursdays and be in the running for two prizes that were given away. You would be in the running for one of the prizes, a $50 product credit to shop with Elisa, and then I'm giving one away as well to shop with me. So 2 chances to win a $50 shopping credit. So much fun. So be sure and tune in on the 10th of August. What is next? Then the 11th of August, so a week from this Friday, is my next Friday night crop. So that is August 11th. That starts at 6:30 p.m. and goes till 10 p.m. and that is Eastern. These are all Eastern Standard Times. And we will be making the 4 sketches that Creative Memories puts out for their Creative Memories virtual crop. We make those together on Friday night. We get them all done, and then you can take pictures of your finished layouts and post them to the Creative Memories virtual crop site, and you may win a prize from Creative Memories. So we have tons of fun at my Friday night virtual crop. It's a very relaxed evening. I have the spotlight on my table just like I do tonight, and you can watch me make my pages. I talk you through how I'm making my pages, and so, or you can work on your projects. If you would rather work on your albums and just sit there and talk with us and laugh with us, that is perfectly fine. We would love to have you. It's just a great way to start out the weekend with a bunch of ladies that you love hanging out with, and you get some of your pages done in your albums. So it's some dedicated time to work on your pages. So join us on Friday, the August the 11th. We would love to have you. My sweet summer crop is coming up on Saturday, August the 12th. And I am almost full. I believe I have 1 spot left. So if you are looking for some dedicated time and some time away from home to work on your albums and some time with some scrapping ladies who would love to meet you and scrap with you, please reach out to me. This crop is at the Senior Citizen Center. It's the same place that I had my January Frosty Fun crop. So same location in Vandalia. And there are tons of restaurants around. So you're welcome to bring your lunch and dinner, or you can just run out at meal times and grab some food. It's totally up to you. There is a microwave, there is a refrigerator, so everything you need to bring your food with you. And we crop from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So come join us because we have a blast. And I only have one spot left for that. So be sure and get a hold of me if you would like to come. My next Scrapbooking 101 is towards the end of August, and that's on the 21st. A great way to learn some new techniques and tricks and see how I scrapbook. I mean, basically, that's what I like to do is just show you what I do in my albums and hope that that will give you some inspiration for yours. So join me on the 21st for Scrapbooking 101, and we will talk about all of the basics and everything in between. From beginner scrapbookers to seasoned scrapbookers, we talk about everything, and it's great that we can learn from each other. So please come join us. We have a great time, and that's right here on my Facebook page. I go live the same way that I'm doing tonight, and we can talk back and forth through the chat. All right, and then I am going to be having a beginner's class. I just scheduled this beginner's class for August the 17th. That is a Thursday. Do you have any friends who you have been trying to get scrapbook? Well, then invite them and come to my beginner's class. We are going to be starting with cards. It's a great way to get familiar with the papers and the adhesive and the foam squares. It's a great first project is our card kits because we give you all of the instructions and you can assemble them easily by the picture or by the written words in the instructions. So that will be on Thursday, August 17th. And this is the first time I'm announcing it. I don't even have a venue yet for this. So I have none of the information, but I'm guessing we're going to start right after work. So I'm going to say around 6 o'clock, we will start this beginner's class. And it should only take an hour or two to make some cards. So come and join us and have some dinner with us and relax and bring your friends. It's a great night for crafting, and it's for beginners and seasoned scrapbookers as well. It's just a great night out with your friends. So I will be getting all of that information together so that you can join me and bring some friends with you. All right, so that is August. Lots of fun ways to get together in August and scrap together. So please be sure and join me for all of those. All right. And then I have to take just a second to let you know about all of the great things happening right now with Creative Memories. They started a new join special this month, August, beginning August. You can earn this adorable turtle album, and I'm sorry, that picture is pretty far away. You can earn that turtle album free. Here we go. I have a better picture of that. Here we go. Let's show that. Woo! Look at that. So cute. I love that mama and baby, or that daddy and that baby, or that adult and that kid album. I just love these two turtles on this album. They are sweet. And if you would like to earn this album, join my team. There is no selling involved. You do not have to become an advisor. Join as a personal use advisor. I have many people on my team, many ladies on my team who do just that. They joined because they want that money back on everything they buy. So when you join, you get a $50 credit. You get 10% off everything you buy immediately. Those are immediate things. You get this free album. All of those 3 things you get as soon as you join. And then you can spend that $49 credit on anything you want. And then I am also starting my new incentive program this month. And you can earn $150 more in free product by participating in this incentive program. And what it is it is showing you what to buy or sell to get your balance up to $551 within 60 days. And along the way, for each increment you hit, I will give you free product or free credits. It's your choice. So you get free product that whole time or free credits that whole time to spend on whatever you want. And then when you reach that level 2, that $551 in 60 days, you get a $100 product credit from Creative Memories. So that's $150 or more of free products when you go for that level 2 in the first 60 days. So lots of great reasons to join, not to mention all of the fabulous ladies who are Creative Memories advisors that you get to hang out with, all of the products that are advisor only that you get to purchase, all of the Facebook groups that you get to join that are for advisors only, all of that exclusive stuff just for you, just for joining. No quotas, no selling if you don't want to. If you're looking for a side gig, this is a great company to start your business. And I'll tell you what, I love scrapbooking, and I have I love to talk about it. So being an advisor just was not the next step for me, the natural next step for me, because I love it so much. I love my hobby and I love these products. So I love to share them with all of my friends because I know that the products are quality products. Okay, so that's enough about the join. Now we have some specials going on. The Borders Buffet. We have buffets several times during the year. And basically what this is a group of products that you can pick from. And when you buy 6 or more of whatever's in the buffet, you get something free. So this time the buffet is you buy laser cut borders or laser cut borders or border stickers. There are 49 different products that you can buy that are in this buffet to earn this free silicone mat. And you guys have seen my silicone mat. Mine is a little different. This one that they just came out with that you can earn for free is a sleeker one. It's thinner and smaller, so great for transporting to your crops. But this is the one that I use. You guys have seen me use it. I'm just going to put it over here on the side. I love my silicone mat. I love using it for my repositionable things that I'm putting repositionable adhesive on because it doesn't stick to the mat. So it doesn't leave a mark like it does on other surfaces. So great mat to use. I love this silicone mat. All right. And we have a new collection out. It is the Birthday Bonanza. Look at this cute collection with all the bright colors. And the beautiful album, which is an aqua album with these, and it looks like fireworks down in the corner. So cute. I love this album. Of course, we have some new punches and a Border Maker cartridge. So this Border Maker cartridge that came out with this birthday collection is called Confetti Border Maker cartridge. It makes this confetti that you see over here on the left. And then the punch that came out with this collection, the border punch that came out, is balloons and stars. How cute is that for all your birthday layouts? I love that. And when you buy the whole collection, the whole birthday collection, in the first 2 weeks of it coming out, so this week and next week, if you buy it either this week or next week, if you buy the whole thing, you get all of the papers and the borders and the variety mat pack and the stickers and these 2 punches, the border punch and the Border Maker cartridge. You get all of that for 10% off. So it's a great deal to grab these collections in the first 2 weeks that they're out, because then you get some money off. And here is just showing you the die cuts that are part of the Happy Birthday collection, the stickers, and here's the punches. So you can see those. All right. Awesome. There we go. Thank you for listening to all of my news, my Creative Memory news. I appreciate that. And please let me know if you have any questions about that or any of my events that we talked about. All right. Let's get started on our layout. So here we are. We are going to make a layout using the envelope and bow creator. And this punch that I pulled off the wall, it is called Leaf Trail. It's back a couple of years. So it's a couple of years old. It is not available any longer. But I love to use tools that have been sitting on my shelves for a minute or two, and I haven't used them in a while, so I grabbed this one tonight. Plus, I'm using a green color paper, so I thought that would look really pretty with the leaves. All right. So if you remember, and it's been a while, so you don't have to remember. If you don't remember, that is totally fine, because I'm going to remind you about it right now. Toward the beginning of the year, we made a fun layout. And you know what? I don't know that I have a picture of it in this printout. You can see a little bit of it in the corner. We made a fun layout where we cut out squares and we positioned them like they have here in the first step. I got this off the blog, and it's still on the blog if you want to go check it out. Because like I said, I didn't print out all of the instructions. I just printed out what I needed in order to make it. But it's called Finesse a Fresh Fantasy with this spring scrapbook layout. Whew, it's a mouthful. But we used the envelope and bow creator to make some fun little indents. And I'll show you this here. To make some fun little indents in our squares. And then we kind of puzzled them all together, fit them all together, because we cut all of these squares that are all around it. We're not going to quite go into it. Oh, you can see a better picture here. We cut these little divots here in these squares using the envelope and bow creator. So we're not going to do this exact layout because you know how I am. I grabbed this layout and started making it my own. I went rogue and changed a bunch of things around. But I love the way that it's turning out. So let's talk about it. All right. So the first thing that the instructions have you do is they have you draw some lines so that you can line up your squares or whatever you're putting on the layout right here in the lines. And I don't know if you can see that well or not. Sorry, let me get back over to my camera. There we go. So you can see my pencil lines, and they have you draw them at the 5, 6, and 7 inch mark vertically and horizontally. Okay. So just a good way to line things up, right? So I just used my, actually I used my T-square ruler. Hold on. I just grabbed my T-square ruler and I lined it up, made sure my paper was nice and straight on my 13-inch mat, and then lined up my ruler at the 7, drew my line, 6, drew my line, and 5, drew my line, and then same thing on the other side, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so you've got a nice grid then drawn on your paper to help you line up what you're going to lay down. Okay, so there we go. That is the first step. Well, I had thought I was going to follow the same layout, but then once I drew the lines, I decided that the next step I would do is make my envelopes, because I wanted to use some envelopes on this layout. I just thought that would be cute, a cute layout for lots of different things, and we'll talk about that later. So I grabbed my envelope maker, and I decided that I wanted to make, so the measurements are on the base of the card maker, or I'm sorry, the envelope maker. And so I decided I wanted to make 4x4, 4x4, an envelope the size to fit a 4x4 piece of paper or a 4x4 picture. So I looked for the 4x4 card size, which is right here. And then that tells me that my paper size needs to be 6 3/4, and that's square. So 6 3/4 square. And then on the punch guide, I need to use the 3 3/8 measurement in order to draw, or I'm sorry, to score my lines on my envelope. And I'm going to show you that right now. I have to find my paper that I pre-cut. Should be here. Should be here. Here we go. So this is 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, because that is the size you need to cut your paper in order to fit a 4x4 card inside of it. All right, so that's what I did. I have 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. All right, so then you extend this arm over here because we're going to be scoring our lines in order to fold our card in on the sides and up from the bottom. And remember, it said for that card size that we need to use the measurement, and it's got this little punch guide right here, this little ruler. We need to use the measurement on that of 3 3/8. 3 3/8 is the line in between a quarter and a half. So I'm going to take my paper, the edge of my paper, and I'm going to line it up with that line in between a quarter and a half right there. And then I'm going to grab my scoring tool. It's tucked away right here, nice and tight, so it won't fall out when you're taking this tool with you. And then I'm going to take the scoring end and I'm going to score my paper down this way and down this way. And I'm simply following the groove here that it has already in the tool for me, following that groove, line A and line B. All right, so now I'm going to turn my paper around to the other side, right? Because I need to make the same scoring line so that I can fold each side. I'm going to line up my side of my paper at 3 3/8. I'm going to draw my line across. I'm going to draw my line, score my line down, I should say. There we go. So now you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of hard. I've got my lines scored all the way around my paper, right? All right, so I can put this little guy back in here, fold my arm back down. All right. So now I'm just going to take my paper. I'm going to decide first which pattern I want on the outside, right? So I have my other 3 envelopes. I did 3. So I have one that's hearts, I have one that's stars, I have one that's dots. And so I'm going to do this one with this one's kind of a thicker dot, if you will. And so I'm going to do one with these small dots. So I need to turn this over. So now we're just going to fold along those lines that you just scored in your paper. You're just going to fold your paper in and look at that cute envelope. So now I just take my repositionable and I do a little dab here and fold the sides in. I do a little dab here and fold the bottom up. Just like that. And look at that cute envelope that you have for cards or for the layout that we're going to make tonight. So we're going to take our paper and we're going to put in the layout that I had started with. They did 4 squares. So I thought, well, let's do 4 envelopes and we're going to just line them up with those lines that we drew. I'm not going to do it quite yet because we're going to do a border on this. Something to that effect. So we've got some nice lines in there to help us line up our envelopes, but we're going to put a border on first. Now, their border that they did in this layout goes all the way around the edge. Okay, that's this part of the instructions. So you see they have this beautiful border all the way around the edge. Another option that you could do, and I've punched out 3 of my 4 borders. Another option, though, is you have this nice space now that you drew in the middle, right? And you've got these lines that you can line this up on. So another option is to put your border, and you know what happens when I try these things out, right? I change my mind and I go rogue and I decide that I like that better. And I'm telling you what, I'm liking this. I like this in the middle. I like my envelopes on the outside of this border. This one I didn't have as long a piece, so I am going to have to kind of figure something out over here to cover that up. But something like that. Isn't that cute? Right? Okay, that's one option. Then, or we could do this on the outside. And if we do it on the outside, we may need to move our cards in toward the middle a little bit, right? So we don't cover up our border. So let's try this. There we go. And then my cards would have to be in closer toward the middle. I'm sorry, I keep saying cards. My envelopes something like that. Right? Something like that. Cute. All right, I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to pause for a second. I want to go say hi to those of you who are watching. I appreciate you being here. Hello, Janice. Hello, Gail. Great to see you. Hello, Vicky. Yes, I do love these colors too. It's called Island Waters, and that is my favorite color, is the color of the ocean. And I know, Vicky, that you have seen those colors recently, and I'm glad you had a great vacation and that you are home relaxing. Love when you go rogue. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Great to see you all. Thank you so much for saying hi. All right. So now we just have to decide. So I'm going to leave it up to you. Should the borders go on the outside of the layout or on the inside this way? Which way did you like it better? Outside or inside? Give me your vote right now. Which way you liked it. I'm going to just flip it around again. Here, I'll put one border on the inside and one border on the outside, and you tell me which one you like the best. You tell me what you're thinking. Which would you choose? Inside or outside? This needs to come over a little bit. There we go. That even looks good. Oh my gosh, I like that too. We could do a combination. Kim Morton, thank you for joining. You said inside. Yeah, that's the way that I'm leaning to. All right, let me do the vertical first, because now I like this at the top and the bottom too. That looks cute too. All right. Let me grab my silicone mat, and we are going to get these borders down on the paper. All right. And definitely going to use my repositionable for this, because there is a lot of intricate cutting here, delicate cutting, narrow cutting, narrow pieces of paper. So I want to get the adhesive all along those leaves, like so, and then a little bit on the bottom there. All right. Let me move my little envelopes out of the way. And I'm going to use those lines we drew. Remember, we drew that line at 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So great way to, and you're not going to see that pencil, but it's a great way to have a line to line your border up straight. Yeah, that makes it so much easier. I've got a nice line there. And then I can just butt this one up right next to it. All right. Let me get our adhesive on. All right. Just getting it even with the bottom of the paper and then button it right up against that first border that we put down. There we go. And if you get any stragglers that aren't laying down flat, just run your repositionable right over that. There we go. Awesome. I do like that. See what happens? You start playing around with laying things out before you put any adhesive down on that things and lay them down. Try it out. Flip them around. Put them in different directions. Because like me, if you're like me, you're going to change your mind every once in a while. And, it's a great way to do things, different layouts. Do it one way one time and then do it the other way on the second layout. You can have 2 layouts for the price of 1, right? All right. So we decided we're going to lay it in the middle, so it's going to go right there. All right. Get some adhesive on this. These little dots are great. Nice and sticky. They will never fall off your layouts. They are repositionable. You can move things around. It does make it easier to move it around if you accidentally lay it down in the wrong place or decide you want to move it to somewhere else. If you go rogue like I do, you can easily change it around. But once you leave it on your paper, it's going to stay on your paper. Oh, I don't want to lay it the wrong way. There we go. And I'm just using that pencil mark to help me line this up. And our last one, this is the one that I didn't have 12-inch. Oop, got to be careful. 12 inches strip of this, so I will just cover it up somehow. We can always fix it somehow, so nobody is going to know that it's shorter than the other one. Okay, there we go. So we have it down the center. Very cute. Then we're going to take our cute little envelopes. I made 4, but if you want to do just a couple, maybe we just do 2 envelopes, right? And then do pictures here. If you want to do 4 envelopes, you've got 4 envelopes. You could do a nice circle picture right here. That would be cute. And you can do pictures inside the envelopes. Now, if you do pictures inside the envelopes, I would suggest not to put a page protector on it, or cut slits in the page protector right where the person looking at the album can pull the item out. And what I had in mind too was our lined paper for journaling. So I could slide my journaling down into one of these envelopes, right? Doesn't that look cute? And then just leave it open. And it doesn't even have to be interactive. Thinking about this now, if you want to do, let's say we just do 1 envelope on the page for my journaling, and I just journal on the top here so that they can read this part of it, right? Or if you want to journal on the whole thing, they would have to be able to reach in and pull that up so they can see your journaling. I have to put this piece down. It's not laying down flat. That's just a pet peeve of mine. Everything that I'm using repositionable for must lay flat. There we go. We just zip a little on there. All right. So lots of fun ways to use the envelopes, to cover up my little piece here that wasn't long enough, I could put my envelope up there, and I can do my pictures down here all around the layout, right? And then we have our stickers. We can use some fun stickers in this layout too. I've got fun squares and banners and sayings. I love all of these stickers. They just make a layout so fun. And then, of course, we'll use some foam squares on those stickers, right? And you can do a sticker right on your envelope. Let's do it. Let's use a foam square. You know, every layout should have a foam square. Something that makes the layout pop, right? I'm gonna do a smile. And I need just small foam squares for this smile. Just a couple. Just to keep it from sagging. Keep the sticker from sticking down. You want it to be up off there. And these foam squares are very light. They're not going to weigh down your album. And they're very thin, enough so that you can see that the item is raised, but not so high that it's going to make your album too thick. There we go. Smile. Probably do some kind of other decoration around this, maybe some more hearts or maybe some leaves or something, just to make a small little cluster right here on the envelope. But that is fun. I love that. I love using these envelopes as a way to have a fun, different type of element on your page. An envelope with a picture in it or some journaling, or maybe some memorabilia. You know, a couple weeks ago, we talked about the memorabilia that you bring home from vacations. This would be a great way to put them on your page, is with one of these envelopes. And excuse me, they make envelopes. Excuse me, the biggest card size is 6 by 8.5, and that's the paper size is 11.5. So you can make an envelope the size of 11.5 inch square. So you would cut an 11.5 by 11.5 inch square and fold that into an envelope, that huge envelope. Oh my gosh, I need to make one of those. That's really cute. That would be a great first page or last page in your album, that huge envelope. I love it. The envelope maker, I don't believe is available any longer, but I do have some in my inventory. So if you are interested in one, reach out to me, send me a message, send me an email at pammoran@outlook.com, and I will hook you up. All right, ladies. Let me just check in with everybody again. I want to see who else. Hello. Okay, everybody was saying inside. All right, yes, we did have a unanimous vote that the border should go on the inside. Yes, I agree. I think we all made the right choice tonight on the layout. All right. Well, thank you so much, ladies. I hope you have a great week, and I will be back here next Wednesday for my Wednesday Night Live. Have a great weekend. Have a safe traveling if you are traveling this week or next, and happy scrapping. I will see you soon. Good night.